Final on-fear debt snowball method. Build momentum fast. Imagine standing at the top of a snowy hill. You take a small snowball in your hands and give it a gentle push. At first, it looks tiny and almost insignificant, but as it rolls downhill, it picks up more snow, grows larger, and eventually becomes a massive, unstoppable force. That's exactly the idea behind the debt snowball method. Start with a tiny step, build momentum, and create a financial force that is impossible to stop. In the beginning, your progress might seem slow, but as you eliminate smaller debts, you'll feel energized. Each victory, no matter how small, strengthens your belief that you can become debt-free. How it works. Step 1. Write down all your debts in order, starting from the smallest balance to the largest, and completely ignore their interest rates for now. The size of the debt is what matters in this method, not how much interest you're paying. Step 2. Keep making minimum payments on all your debts to stay current, but focus all your financial firepower on the smallest one. Step 3. Channel every spare dollar, bonuses, side hustle income, even change found in the couch, toward eliminating that smallest debt as fast as possible. Step 4. Once the first debt is crushed, celebrate the win, then roll that freed up payment into tackling the next smallest debt. Repeat until you're completely debt-free. Why it works so well. Instant gratification. Humans are wired to seek quick rewards. Paying off your smallest debt provides a fast emotional win that makes you want to keep going. Momentum. As you eliminate one debt, your motivation snowballs. You build a financial rhythm that becomes easier to maintain over time. Simplicity. No need to obsess over complex interest calculations or spreadsheets. The only thing you need to focus on is which debt is the smallest. Real-life example. Let's paint a clear picture. Imagine you have these debts. Credit card one, $500 balance. Personal loan, $2,000 balance. Car loan, $7,000 balance. Under the debt snowball method, you would first attack the $500 balance on credit card one. Even if the personal loan has a higher interest rate, you ignore it for now. Once you knock out the $500 debt, you now have more money to throw at the $2,000 loan, and then finally tackle the $7,000 car loan. Every debt you eliminate feels like another heavy weight lifted off your shoulders, making the impossible feel achievable. Who benefits the most from this method? People who need early successes to stay engaged. Those who feel paralyzed by having too many debts at once. Anyone who thrives on emotional motivation rather than cold, hard numbers. Individuals who have struggled sticking to strict financial plans in the past. A psychological truth. Sometimes, personal finance isn't about math, it's about behavior. The debt snowball method recognizes that emotion often drives action more than logic does. That's why it works for so many people. Debt avalanche method. Save the most money now. Imagine standing at the top of that same snowy hill, but this time, instead of focusing on the smallest snowball, you choose the heaviest and fastest one because you know it will travel farther, faster, and with unstoppable force. That's exactly how the debt avalanche method works. It's not about chasing the easy wins. It's about attacking the debts that are silently draining your money the fastest. It's about using smart strategy and cold hard math to conquer your financial freedom. The debt avalanche isn't just a payment strategy. It's a full-on attack plan designed for people who want to crush their debts as efficiently as possible. You're not looking for emotional victories at every step. You're aiming for ultimate long-term victory, paying the least amount of money possible and becoming debt-free sooner. How it works. Step 1. Gather all your debts and line them up based on their interest rates, from the highest rate to the lowest, completely ignoring the size of the balances. The idea is simple. The higher the interest rate, the more expensive the debt. Step 2. Keep making the minimum payment on every single debt to avoid late fees and maintain your credit score. This keeps everything stable while you prepare your main attack. Step 3. Direct every extra rupee or dollar you can toward the debt with the highest interest rate. Throw every spare cent, bonus, tax refund, or side hustle income at this debt with full force until it's completely paid off. Step 4. After the highest interest debt is wiped out, take all the money you were using for it and add it to the minimum payment of the next highest interest debt. The amount you're throwing at each debt grows grows bigger and bigger, just like an avalanche rolling downhill. Step 5. Continue this process until every debt is eliminated. Your finances will gather momentum, your confidence will grow, and you'll watch your total interest cost shrink dramatically. Why it works so well? Cost efficiency. Every dollar you throw at high-interest debts saves you from paying painful amounts in future interest. Over time, this approach can easily save you hundreds or even thousands compared to other methods. Mathematical speed. Although it might feel slower emotionally at first, mathematically, the avalanche often gets you out of debt faster because you prevent high-interest amounts from ballooning your total balances. Logical strategy. If you're someone who loves numbers, spreadsheets, and smart money moves, the avalanche will feel like a natural fit. It's logical, calculated, and purely based on financial advantage. Total financial freedom. Because you're minimizing waste, you're freeing up more money sooner. That means once you're debt-free, you'll have more wealth-building potential earlier. Investments, savings, vacations, or new business opportunities. Real-life example. Let's say you have 3 debts. Credit card 1, $1,000 balance at 20% interest. Personal loan, $5,000 balance at 8% interest. Student loan, $10,000 balance at 5% interest. Using the debt avalanche method, your first priority is credit card 1. Despite having the smallest balance, it has the highest interest rate, meaning it's costing you the most every single month. Imagine you're paying an extra $200 a month toward the credit card 1 after minimum payments are made on everything else. In just a few months, credit card 1 is wiped clean. Now, you take that $200 plus the minimum you were paying and stack it onto the personal loan. When the personal loan falls, you do the same with the student loan. Because you attacked the highest interest first, you've cut the life cost of your debt dramatically, and now you're keeping more of your hard-earned money. Who benefits the most from this method? People who are analytical, detail-oriented, and goal-focused. Those who are patient and don't require emotional wins early on to stay motivated. Individuals who understand that short-term sacrifices lead to long-term victories. Anyone who wants to maximize savings and minimize financial waste. A mathematical truth. The debt avalanche method might not give you the same instant emotional rewards as the debt snowball, but when it comes to pure numbers, the avalanche is unbeatable. It is mathematically guaranteed to cost you the least amount of money. If your ultimate goal is to build real wealth and keep your hard-earned income for yourself instead of paying banks and lenders, the avalanche is your smartest path forward. Key point: stay focused. There is no wrong method. When it comes to crushing your debt and taking control of your financial life, it's important to understand this powerful truth. There is no wrong method. Whether you choose the debt snowball or the debt avalanche, both strategies can work absolute wonders for your future if you stay consistent and committed. Both paths offer their own unique advantages. The debt snowball taps into the deep emotional satisfaction of seeing quick, early wins. It helps you build momentum by proving to yourself that victory is possible. Every small debt you eliminate is like a cheerleader encouraging you to keep going, one step closer to financial freedom. On the other hand, the debt avalanche is designed for those who are driven by logic, numbers, and efficiency. It doesn't always deliver immediate emotional highs, but it guarantees a smarter, cheaper journey by cutting down the amount of money you lose to interest. It speaks to the rational side of the brain, the part that values long-term gains over short-term excitement. Choosing between these two methods simply comes down to knowing yourself. Ask yourself, are you motivated by quick wins and the emotional satisfaction of progress? Or are you inspired by efficiency, maximizing savings, and beating the system with logic?